What's going on, guys? My name is Rich here, bringing you the post-game video for West Virginia versus TCU. Final score, TCU 31, West Virginia 30. Just a tough loss, you know. I mean, playing another top 10 team this week at home in that weather, we should have won. Just concerned play and conservative play killed West Virginia. 5 turnovers, 4 of them belonged on their own side of the field. Just a killer. You can't turn the ball over five times and expect to win the game against somebody as good as TCU. West Virginia's defense did a heck of a job by keeping TCU at bay for most of the game. The offense, on the other hand, struggled. We had opportunities to score, and they ended up being field goals. Now, that might be on a good hand to Gary Patterson's very good defense, but in the Big 12, you can't kick field goals and win games unless it's the last-second field goal. Taking a TCU did that. They had to beat West Virginia. You know, they showed the replay from 2 years ago when Boykin had the chance and found the wide open guy down the field. And he walked into the end zone. TCU went for 2 and ended up winning the game. Now this year, in Milan Postcard Stadium again, West Virginia's punt pins them very deep. Same thing happens. Trevon Boykin is a very, very good athlete. I would not say he's the best quarterback in the Big 12, or even close. But he may be the best athlete playing quarterback in the Big 12. And in the second half, TCU started to figure out how to run the ball, and they ran the ball very good. Catalan was able to run the ball, and Green, through gaping holes. West Virginia there forgot how to tackle again. He's a very good downhill runner. Remind me of P-Ryan, the team that West Virginia lost to earlier in the season. That was a downhill runner. Now, it's just very disappointing that the play calling that happened was very weak and lackluster in the air raid offense. We just ran the ball. Now, the running the ball was working, but when the defense knows you're running the ball, they sell out and stop the run. And when you run the ball three times and just punt the ball without giving your wide receivers, which is the main stars in this, Kevin White, Mario Alford, Jordan Thompson, even you could put in the kill shorts there, guys that have made great catches and great plays all season long. And Trickett, who's thrown for over 300 yards in the last, he didn't throw for 300 last game because they ran the ball a lot, but he's thrown over 250 almost every game. Right now, I didn't have time to check what the stats were at the end of this game because I was really mad. I don't know what Trickett threw for, but I knew it wasn't over 300. First drive, West Virginia looked awesome. And TCU held us to 2 field goals. West Virginia ended up losing by 1 point. And that 1 point come to kill us. If they would have... I want to put it this way, and I've said this when we played against Baylor. If we'd have had a couple more plays, a couple more opportunities made, West Virginia would have ran away with this one. But if you look on the other side, the defense of West Virginia played very good. Gave them the ball 4 times on their own end, and they only gave up, I believe, 2 touchdowns. It's pretty good, given it within the yardage of 30 or less. 30 yards or in. I don't know. I'm kind of torn. I'm very mad. I'm not really mad. I'm just kind of bummed. That, national TV, everybody's watching. And we end up chalking a big L on the board. When this game could have been easily handled. And like I said, TCU had a lot of chances to blow this one out of the water. Defense did a very good job. Did a very good job of pressuring Boykin, but that kid can play. And the running backs for TCU are very good, and I don't understand why they didn't let them run it more, especially in the first half. I mean, maybe I'm kind of glad they didn't, because the way they ran all over us the second half really would have made a difference. But TCU is one of the best teams, and if they wouldn't have blundered 21 points to Baylor, I mean, they would obviously be undefeated. This team is very athletic offensively and defensively. West Virginia had a strip and scored, or scoop and scored. And, we come out and ran the ball and then punted it away. And then left opportunities there for TCU. TCU kind of did the exact same thing, but my point is, TCU is the winner and West Virginia is the loser of this game, and just disappointing. I mean, I understand that if you play, I want to say 4 top 10 teams in your season, we did upset Baylor, and we had TCU at home, and we had Kansas State at home. And we had Oklahoma at home too. It's just, we got to win those home games. We got to win the ones that are close. West Virginia had a really good chance of last year beating teams that they should have beat, and they also had the opportunities this year. This season is definitely not a blown season or a throwaway season at all. We did make the bowl season, and we still have 3 more games left. Next one is Texas. Traveling to Texas, this team has not been very good, but they're going to play their hardest, especially that defense. They're going to come and show up and play hard. So that's what we got to expect. I guess we just got to regather ourselves and, try to put our best foot forward and move ahead, and try to get these last 3 wins of the season. Not too bad, but still pretty disappointing that we didn't get the victory here. But TCU, us and TCU probably rivals. I mean, if you throw 2 teams in the mix, I still think that West Virginia might be one of the best teams in the conference. It's just not being able to pull that one out. We'll have to see what happens to go along the end of the season. But for West Virginia and TCU, both teams have bounced back. I'm happy for TCU. They're a program that no one looked for them to do anything. They thought, kind of like West Virginia, to be big pushovers in the Big 12, and they're actually, I believe, at the top of the leaderboards next to Kansas State. I don't think Kansas State played anybody today. I'm not 100% sure, but moving on. You got Texas up next, and they're nobody to fool around with. They're Texas, and they play hard, and but this one's just kind of a heartbreaker. You really concerned. I understand that Trickett was getting pressure on him and really not doing much, and fumbles happened, and this, that, and the other happened, and Kevin White wasn't open, but there had to have been someone else open because they were giving double safety help. They talk about Kevin White stopping the wide receiver, Kevin White, but he had safety help. And people say, well, he's not that good. You can't put him in Heisman. I understand that. I never made a push for Kevin White being the Heisman Trophy winner. I guess it'd be nice, but there's no way. You cannot put him in the conversation for, Heisman Trophy candidates when he's getting double covered and he's not going to be open. And for Trigger to try to throw it to him as many times as he did was kind of silly. There had to have been someone else open. Watching on TV, you really can't see the whole field and what the quarterback sees, but it just really sucks that West Virginia had to lead the whole game and end up blowing it there at the end. Not really to lead the whole game, but they were able to answer back, and that's something that Coach Holgorsen didn't let Trickett do. And that's what they do the best, is go down the field and kick a game-winning field goal or whatever. But you don't run the ball 3 times and just punt it away and expect TCU just to lay down and not be able to do anything. and the defense was just got off the field from, I believe, giving up points. So the defense was wore out anyways. I can imagine. I mean, Trigger come over to the sideline, and it seemed like he was pretty mad. And I don't blame him. That game should have... there should have been more play calling there. You have to take a chance to win the game. You can't win in the Big 12 by kicking field goals, and you can't win the Big 12 by just trying to not lose. You have to go and seize the moment and take the game and win it. And that's something I felt that Dana Holgorsen and West Virginia did not do. So, just disappointing. This video is getting a little long. So I'll cut it off here. Pre-game video sometime this week for Texas. And that's really about it, guys. My number is signing out. Peace.